An alert for all New Yorkers and everyone in the tri-state area. The flu is spreading, and in a significant way. Last week, we saw an 86% increase in cases statewide, with more than 395 confirmed new cases reported. State health officials in Albany are now describing the flu as running rampant. It's not too late to get a dose of protection. Officials urge everyone over 6 months of age to get a flu shot as soon as possible. The vaccine is especially important for people at high risk of complications from flu, including children under 2, pregnant women and adults over 65. Now, statewide, there have been over 1,800 confirmed cases of the flu. 600 of those patients were hospitalized. Actress Judith Light was sidelined by the flu in a serious way, not only once, but twice in 1 year. She's become a major advocate for the flu vaccine, especially sounding the alarm for seniors. Jenna Flanagan had a chance to catch up with the actress, who provided some insight into a flu vaccine specifically designed for those over 65, but one that many people don't know about. She also spoke about just how deadly the flu can be, whether it hits the young or the old.
A lot of people don't know that every 4 minutes, someone is hospitalized because of the flu. Someone 65 or older is hospitalized because of the flu. Every 12 minutes, someone 65 or older dies from the flu. That is not meant to scare anybody. That is actually meant to make people proactive in relating to getting their flu shot. And it's easier now than it ever has been before. People are available to do that. You can go into your pharmacy and ask your pharmacist for the flu shot for people who are 65 and older, and you can get it. But the real truth of it is that as you age, and we've been talking about age just recently, when you talk about an immune system that is an aging immune system, it begins to weaken. That's just the natural fact. So you want to do everything you possibly can to really take care of yourself, and that's one of the things that you can do to really make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And if you're younger, you can make sure that you take care, like you have your parents that live nearby you.
Yes.
You want to make sure that, are they 65 and older?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you really want to make sure that they're getting their flu shot as well. So that's why I wanted to talk about it, because it's something that's preventable. It's something that's really easy enough to do. And have you been down with the flu?
I have for the 1 year that I did not get it, and that was a mistake I will not make again.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. And what we're talking about is not just, I'm not here like your mother saying, you get your flu shot. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what it means to be taking care of your well-being and taking care of the others in your surroundings that need taking care of as
Should
well.
we view the flu shot as another form of self-care then?
There's no question about it. I think that's brilliant, and that's absolutely the greatest context you could create for that. It is about self-care. Look, I had the flu twice in 1 year when I didn't get the flu shot. I just said, wait a minute, what am I doing? This is silly. And so I wanted to be of service to other people and say, I just want to remind you to take care of yourself and take care of those you love and those around you.
Do you think that there's a complacency that kind of sets in because we do have this thing called herd immunity, and people think, well, everyone around me got the flu shot, so it's not a big deal if I don't?
Why be the person that gives anybody else the flu? Why be that one person? I mean, yes, there's herd immunity. I don't know a lot about that. I can't speak to that. But what I can say is be responsible to yourself and to other people. I mean, I'm in a business where I'm around people all the time. So are you. I mean, and most people are. Look, and none of us can afford to be off from work. I mean, I can't afford to be off from work. I mean, do you want to miss things? You've got a whole season of holidays coming up, and you don't want to miss all of that. And really, there is this specific vaccine that is made for people 65 and older, and not a lot of people know about it, and that's why I think it's important to talk about it. If you have any kind of chronic condition like heart disease or diabetes or asthma, you are much more susceptible. And why die from something that is actually preventable? I mean, that's I think that's an important question to ask yourself.
Certainly, especially if, as Americans in this greatest industrialized nation, why should anyone be dying of something preventable?
Right. That, and also we're living in very, very tumultuous times. There are a lot of things that we can't do anything about. But this is something you can do something about. So why wouldn't you do it? I know we're busy, you're busy, I'm busy, we're all doing everything that we're doing. But there's a thoughtfulness and the self-care aspect that you're talking about that I think is so vitally important. We can do something to take care of ourselves.
All right, well, listen, I think all of our viewers should go out and get the flu shot regardless of your age. And
Yes.
Judith Light, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the conversation.
Thank you.
Really. Let's do it again.
Absolutely.
Okay.